Good day and welcome to the Saturday wrap-up show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and will be your host for today. First of all, I want to start off with wishing you all a happy Independence Day. Namibia turning 36 years old. Of course, it was 36 years old 36 years ago on the 21st of March when Namibia turned independence, of course, from the colonies they endured before that. First Germany and then South Africa, of course, previously known as Southwest Africa, and then Namibia, of course, gained its independence on this day. So wherever you find yourself today, I'm sure you will be celebrating this special day as a Namibian. For our viewers from abroad and all, of course, it is indeed a special day in the country. And now for the latest, of course, on the hit list. Well, today we start off at the coast as well in terms of the independence celebrations that are taking place. The coast continuing with some important sport events at that site. Now Liana is there and has covered some triathlon for us. So let's just look at how the day went about and at the interviews she has in store for us.
Hi, my name is Tyron Kotzer. Just won the Namibia Triathlon Champs. Very happy to bring it home. Did a bit more training this year compared to last year, so obviously feel much stronger. And thank you to everyone for organising the event. For everyone that took part, awesome day. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
I'm the CEO for the Namibia National Para and volleyball sport, and I am delighted to be at the African Cup for Triathlon today. Triathlon is one of our strategic federations we've already identified and support with a lot of Olympic Solidarity funding. We have Olympic Solidarity athletes, we are supporting their coaches, and we are also supporting the development of their framework throughout the country. And I think it was an extremely well organized event. There were athletes here from 28 different countries, and I don't think Namibia has ever had so many different nationalities on home soil. It was an absolute privilege to see the amount of talent and the gear that they rock up work is unbelievable. The bags are just next level, the talent is next level, and I couldn't be prouder to say a huge congratulations to this federation in hosting an excellent and elite event.
Good day, everybody. My name is Victoria Katupula. I'm the country member representative of anti-doping. Today we are at the Africa Triathlon Premium Cup, which is in Swakopmund. So we are having a outreach booth where we are educating athletes, support personnel, the whole community, whether it's parents, grandparents, brother, sister, anybody, sport lovers, they are welcome. So at the anti-doping booth, we are teaching them the dangers of doping. We say no to doping, that is what we are promoting. So we teach them the processes of how athletes are tested, what the prohibited list is, the TUE, that is the main critical thing where everybody comes and say, what is a TUE? So a TUE is a therapeutic use exemption, whereby when an athlete is having a chronic disease, of course they have to use a medication which is having a substance, so that clears them to be allowed to use their medication without any of them being, disadvantaged. And then at the same time we are also doing testing. So through World Triathlon we need to test because normally by the WADA it's compulsory for you to test when you are having a high competition. For example, this one is a continental competition.
All right, thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Susanna from Slovakia, and this is my first year in elite category, and actually it was my first competition in this season and this year, and I'm very happy that I finished first, and I'm first time here, and the next week I competing again in Sunday in South Africa, and after I racing in World Triathlon Series in Samarkand.
Right. So what are we expecting next from you?
I had number one, so I felt a little bit pressure that I need to win, but for me it was goal that I won't finish on the podium, first or or second. And yeah, I did it, so I'm very happy.
Right. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
In third place and winner of the bronze medal from Greece, Panagotis Pitados. In second place, and winner of the silver medal from Germany, Lasse Lewis. And the winner of the gold medal from Germany, Benedict Bettini. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the silver medal, also from South Africa, Carly Lotter. And in first place, and the winner of the gold medal from South Africa, Taylor Foster. In second place, and the winner of the silver medal from Namibia, Nathan Chase. And in first place, and the winner of the gold medal from South Africa, Anthony Clayton.
So hi, my name is Max Betts. I just competed in the African Cup here in Swakopmund. It was a comeback after quite a long break from the sport of triathlon. Unfortunately, very little training leading into it. I only started got back into training about 2-3 months ago. So with that in mind, pretty happy with the result. Maybe for next time just not go out as fast, and I'll be happy for next year to have a big training block going into it without a big absence from the sport in between. So that will make a big improvement in the sport.
Right. Tell us, Max, how was the preparations for this one?
So unfortunately I wasn't prepared very well. I stepped away from the sport about 3 years ago and just only got back into it about 3 months ago. So pretty much started back at complete zero again.
But you're going to come back stronger again?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Thank you.
Well, it was indeed an eventful Saturday as well as an Independence Day at the coast. Speaking of Independence Day stuff, Woodland Reach of Junior Racing, Horse Racing Club, of course, today being crowned the champion of the Independence Cup in Khobabas after an eventful day at that town there. Of course, the Namibia Horse Racing Association, in conjunction with the clubs that side, hosting this event, an important one, of course. Let's see what footage Brian Munango has for us as the final horse finished the line.
That was that, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, horse racing, always a fun and energetic event. Of course, there that took place in Khobaba's Woodland Reach there. Of course, junior racing will be proud of that one. There were so many horses competing in that category. Back here in Windhoek, cricket, of course, an important sport as well, that is currently also one of the few sports that's professional in the country. The Namibia 11 has bowled out Uganda for only 71 runs to win the third of their friendly T20 matches by 98 runs at the FNB Namibia Cricket Stadium. Max Haingo took 4 wickets for just 9 runs in 4 overs to be named player of the match, while his fellow pace bowlers Ruben Trumbulan took 2 for 7 in 4 overs and Jack Brazel 2 for 34 in 4. J.J. Smith and Bernard Scholt also took 1 wicket each. Earlier today, Lawrence Steenkamp excelled with 82 runs off 52 balls, steering the host team to a competitive winning total of 169 for 6. The Namibians lost the second of the three matches, but progressively included more of their regular first choice starters as the T20 series gave exposure to the full national squad. The FNB Eagles and the touring Uganda will take each other on in a 2 one-day internationals on Monday and Wednesdays, of course, in an important one there for Namibia's cricket indeed. So that's one of the stuff that took place, of course, in the cricket world. Basically a very important result there. And now a big decision was taken, of course, as CAF announced that the Senegalese team will be stripped of their title. That's the Africa Cup of Nations they won at the beginning of the year. So indeed, now, of course, many people giving their views in terms of this decision that was made. In particular, we have an outspoken, of course, Olsen Kahiriri, who shared his views in terms of this decision, which Senegal, of course, is entitled to appeal. The decision came after the team walked off the pitch towards the end of the tournament in the final, indeed, where Morocco was awarded a penalty, and then Senegalese players protested to this decision, walked off, came back on. The penalty was missed. The match went into extra time and Senegal scored the winning goal. So now the decision months after was made that the team has indeed actually been against Rule 82 of the CAF Constitution, of course. So now Olsen Kahiriri speaks about the decision that was made and what impact it has and the shame it has brought to African football.
Reads that the violation should be violations of Article 82 and 83. That's what it reads, and 83. Now, it doesn't say or it does not say and or. It only says and 83. So that basically means that for one to have invoked Article 84, the perpetrator should have violated 82 and 83 collectively. Senegal violated halfway, as per the arguments, 82, and they only relied on 82, which means their decision is wrong based on Article 84 that they use as an instrument to overturn that decision. Now, let's go to article, is it article 5 or 6, that gives the ultimate powers to the referee. The referee's decision is final. Has the referee take a final decision in respect of that match? Obviously, the answer is yes. There was a delay of 10 to 15 minutes during the match, which is common. Why am I saying it's common? When there's issues with weather conditions, sometimes the match is suspended for 10 to 20 minutes up until the weather conditions are good. Then the match continues. If the conditions does not favor the process, then the match is suspended. And who does that? It's only the referee who has that final decision. And sometimes the pitch is not up to standard and they realize it in the middle of the match. They first try and fix the problem. If the problem is fixed, after 10 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes, the match continues. Why am I bringing these things? Because the referee has the ultimate powers given in terms of the rules of the game. Now, when the players left the pitch, and mind you, the referee in this juncture is CAF, because CAF appoints a referee to act on its behalf and to make sure that the rules of the game are followed. If not, they are the first person on the pitch to penalize, take final decisions on behalf of CAF. So at the end of the day, if the decision of the referee to have observed some of the players, not all of the players, the whole Senegalese team never left the pitch. A portion of the players, including the likes of Mane, left the pitch because Mane went to fetch the 3-4 players that were in the dressing room. So those players left the pitch without the consent of the referee. Now, if that happens, what does the referee do? The referee penalizes those players on the pitch. How does he penalize them? By giving them either a yellow card or a red card. The referee did not do that. The referee continued with the match. But when the referee decided that the match must continue and Morocco must take the penalty, at that point, Morocco did not say, we are going to take the penalty, but we are protesting that these people left the pitch. Hence, what is going to happen further is under protest. Whether we win or lose the match, we are protesting Senegal for leaving the match. They should have submitted their protest then before the referee could allow the match to continue. When the referee allowed the match to continue, Morocco was an accomplice in this continuation. So everything that happens after the referee decided the match will continue, unfortunately, if you have to challenge it, you challenge the actions of the referee. Because the referee should have ended the match if the Senegalese players have left the pitch. The whole team. But unfortunately, the whole team never left the pitch. So in my understanding of the applications of the law, the appeal committee yet in law, by relying on section 84, which requires for it to be relied on the violations of section 82 and 83. Not one of them, but both of them. So That is my take. And what Senegal can do is they can take it to CAS. Probably there will be around 3 arbitrators. I don't believe that there would be 2. 3 arbitrators who will be judging this case and see whether that will be overturned. But the biggest issue is this matter will take on long. You see how long CAF even took the issue between the disciplinary committee and the appeal committee. It took long, and it kills the process.
Well, now Special Olympics board member Ronnie Cananelo spoke at an event after the Special Olympics received some equipment from the Association of Diplomatic Spouses. Let's hear from Cananelo.
Yeah, first of all, I'm one of the board members. I was roped in last year, and yeah, talking about the event today, I mean, we are a non-profit organization, so we rely on sponsors and good Samaritans, you know, to keep the organization going. And yeah, today was all about the sponsorship of the shade. You know, it's as you can see, it's quite an open environment. And when it gets hot or when it's raining, you know, our athletes there's no place to actually hide. But now with the shade, you know, because there's a lot of movement around here, and it will be one of those most favorite places, you know, away from the sun, etc. Especially so, yeah. I mean, it's thank you to the sponsors. It's actually a wonderful sponsorship from them, I should say.
How important is this shade, you know, seeing that the athletes are preparing for the national games in May?
Yes, so I think the shade nets is so much more than just helping us to prepare for national games, but it's bringing development to our overall program and building partnerships, which is really important for us. Our program make use of a lot of donations and corporates buying into our program, so this is really just building also our partnerships. And yes, it's shade nets which we use every day because we do fitness programs underneath them. We do education programs in the afternoon underneath the shade nets. It extends a big area for us at our premises. And it's such important handover today because athletes can benefit directly from it on a daily basis. So it's something practical that make our reach better, what we can offer our athletes more. And that's really at the heart of what we do, is make sure that athletes have opportunities where they can grow, develop, be part, have fun, and that's what these shade nets actually mean to us.
Okay. Before I do let you go, just tell us how are preparations, you know, from SON side going along, you know, as the games come closer.
Yes, so Special Olympics is at the moment busy to finalize all entries for the national games. Our national games will take place early in May in Swakopmund, and we expect to have 450 athletes and unified partners in Swakopmund for a whole week-long event in 6 different sports. So we're very excited for the upcoming national games and finalizing all the entries from 10 different regions that will participate in our national competition this year.
Right. No, thanks a lot for your time and all the best for the games.
Thank you so much for being here.
Well, before we conclude, of course, an important day where we are planning to celebrate, I need also to go celebrate my independence. Well, there was an important event that was unfortunately called off. It was the Namibia Classic, which was scheduled to take place. It was being organized by Henk Botter, a very famous coach. We remember him for athletes like Christine Boma and Beatrice Masilingi, of course, and many other athletes, but he was inviting international athletes coming to Namibia. However, this event was postponed due to unforeseen circumstances. Now we met with Henk Botter, who will explain more in terms of that. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, it is goodbye and happy Independence Day once again. Well, Sport Rep is here with that's Coach Hank Potter, a man that is known for his coaching as in terms of athletics. He was planning a very big, important athletics event here in the country. However, he comes with news. I don't know whether it's sad or it's just news, but obviously, Mr. Hank has more towards that in terms of the event he was planning to host. Welcome, Mr. Potter.
Thank you very much for having me. Yes, of course, all of us know that we have planned this world-class event for Namibia, but unfortunately, in the past 30 hours, we got more than 60% of the international athletes that said they're not available to come anymore. And the main reason for that is flights that's difficult to get or too long and too expensive. And therefore, we will have to postpone this event. It's definitely not off. Everything is happening due to the war, and I think currently the airlines are not set for this heavy load of traffic, and especially coming to Namibia, it's not a priority of the airlines. They want to serve Europe and America first. But that being said, this is a difficult time in our world, and it's a difficult time for us as Namibians regarding this event. But we'll definitely not cancel this event, and this is very clearly stated. This is not a cancellation. This is only a postponement because there's no use in hosting an international event without international athletes. So I just want to put it out there. If you have purchased a ticket or registered your kit for the event, you will be fully reimbursed unless you want to keep the ticket for the main event that will be hosted either later this year or very early next year.
All right, Coach. For those that are just joining us, probably do not know what we are talking about now. What was this event supposed to be, and where was it going to be hosted?
Yeah, this is a athletics event. It's a unique athletics event where we're gonna construct the track, and athletes will be competing on this track, and around the track there will be spectators and people that would have been in Vegkop in Windhoek High School. But unfortunately, due to circumstances, it's not possible anymore. Just had a talk with the American Embassy as well. They understand and they give apologies for any discomfort that we had. But this would be a event, the first of its class in Africa and in Namibia for sure. So it's just been postponed until we have all the athletes here. And hopefully now Mr. Mondo de Plantes will also be on our calendar because he committed to join us if we can hold it next year, early next year.
All right. You're speaking of early next year, so that could be a possibility at the moment.
Not a possibility, it's a must. We lean towards February, to be honest with you, or September. It's just now having negotiations with the athletes and the agents and to see which date they would prefer to come. And as soon as they confirm, then we'll confirm the date.
All right. In terms of the sponsors, has that already been communicated to them, and what has been the response?
We have communicated with our sponsors, and we are very glad and happy to say that they are very, very understanding. And they say they know the situation, they know what's going on, because we know that there are also a lot of corporate people traveling, and they do understand the whole situation and full support of the change of the date.
All right, Mr. Potter, it's unfortunate that the event has been postponed, but however, as we heard from the man himself, it is due to things that he cannot control. Well, we hope to see this event actually launched again somewhere in the near future, Mr. Potter, and good luck to the future.
Thank you very much, guys, and thank you, Namibia, and have a blessed Independence Day.